I used to believe that if I could just lose weight, I'd finally be happy and confident. And what I learned over 30 years of trying that strategy is that losing weight never actually amounted to anything. It never made me feel more confident, more happy, more free. And actually letting go of weight loss as a goal was actually what led me into feeling happy, confident, and free. And I'm so excited for you to hear this story today. Results like these are actually really common. My client Stephanie shares, this was the best decision I made for myself. When I came to see Giulia, I had lost weight and still didn't feel good enough. I always had this belief, I'll be good enough when, ... There was always something I had to change about myself to finally feel good enough. And for once in my life, I don't feel like that anymore. This is the best decision you will make for yourself. If you are really ready to break free of these struggles with your body and you're so sick and tired of making weight loss your life's purpose, I would love to connect with you because this is my mission. I want you to feel confident in yourself and to stop letting diet culture and this weight loss industry control your life because you're so much bigger than that. So there's a link below in the description to schedule your personalized strategy call. Now let's get into the video. This is the trap of making weight loss your primary goal in life. For years, I was caught in this cycle of obsessing over my body. So from the time I was 11 years old till 30 years old, 90% of my daily energy every single day was focused on how dissatisfied I was with my body, what I needed to do to change it, and the only solutions that I knew in my brain based on what diet culture teaches us and the weight loss industry teaches us and beauty standards teach us was diet and more exercise. So I focused on that very diligently. I started my first diet when I was probably 11 years old and really struggled with that for most of my life. And I thought, surely when I lose weight, I'll finally feel happy. And I recognized the pain of what it was like to have a really unhealthy, disordered relationship with food and not feel any more confident. It really did start ruining my life. And so I kind of woke up to that to get this little seeding of information that, okay, this is not the strategy to feel better, but I never really overcame that. And later on in my life, as I grew up and went to university, again, I was still plagued with this story. My body is the reason why I'm not happy. If I only had a more perfect body like I see on TV or in magazines, I'll finally feel happy. And one of the parts of my body that I was most insecure about were my breasts. And so I thought, if I can get breast implants, I'll finally feel happy. And I literally remember having thoughts like, well, if my breasts are bigger, then I'll finally find the man of my dreams and I'll finally get the job of my dreams, because this is what diet culture, this is what beauty standards, this is what media teaches us. So this little 21-year-old went off and got plastic surgery, and I came home from that really insane experience. And I remember getting the bandages taken off and just feeling so upset. I cried. I actually called the doctor's office and asked if I could get a revision because I wasn't happy with the way they looked. I still felt riddled with this body dysmorphia that said they're still not big enough, they're still not good enough. And it was really sad. It was another wake-up call that changing your body is not the solution to your self-esteem. Obsessing over weight loss is not the solution to your self-esteem. But I still didn't learn the message, and later down the road I went. I became a fitness instructor in my life because I thought, surely that will help me to lose weight. I'll become an expert in being a fitness instructor. They're so fit by nature. I'll have the perfect body. And so there I went, became a fitness instructor. I was exercising 3 hours a day on average. And yeah, I did lose weight and I did have a different body. But the truth was I was still never happy. I was still haunted by all these feelings of unworthiness that never left me, no matter what I did to my body, no matter how much I changed my diet, no matter how much I changed my body, no matter what drastic lengths I went to lose weight, I never felt more confident. It really haunted me no matter where I went. And the universe taught me a very important lesson when I turned 30 years old. I had this goal of going to Coachella, and my 30th birthday goal was to be as fit as possible in those Coachella outfits. So April, which is my birthday, ran around to Coachella with my best friend, achieved the goal of getting this body that I really wanted. And do you think I felt confident? No. Do you think I felt like my dreams came true? No. Do you think my magical job and prince appeared on a shining white horse? No. I actually really had a terrible time. The entire time we were at Coachella, I was focused on how many calories are in these drinks. I couldn't even hear the performers or the music because I was calculating in my head how many calories I had consumed that day, what I had to do the next day to undo it all, how I was going to exercise to make sure that I maintained that body. It was so gross and unsustainable and just such a mess. And when I got home from that, my body started to basically rebel. And what happened was my hormones became so dysregulated. I had gut health issues, things like SIBO. I suffered from adrenal fatigue. All this pushing and constant insecurity and focus on weight loss drove my body into complete overdrive and burnout. And what happened was, ironically, I gained a bunch of weight. I suffered from all those different symptoms that I just mentioned, on top of insomnia, further insecurity and low self-esteem, binge and emotional eating, nervous system dysregulation. Like, my whole body and sense of self went completely out the window. And ironically, no matter what I did, no dieting, no exercise plans, not even the top personal trainers could help me lose the weight that I gained from all this mess that I created for myself. So I really woke up to learn, you know what? This goal of weight loss being my primary objective in life has stolen literally my whole life. And I am so sick and tired of it. I became so angry and so resentful towards the weight loss industry and towards diet culture for stealing my life that I just woke up and I said, I have to do this differently. I will not let this control my life anymore, because it has not led me into any more happiness, any more confidence. In fact, it's stolen my self-esteem, my sense of self-worth, my joy, my abundance in life. I had so much debt, relationship issues, like, you name it. And so I said, today is the day it will no longer steal my joy. And this is what happened. Letting go of weight loss as a goal was the best gift I ever gave myself, and the freedom that I never thought possible. I woke up and started becoming a little rebel. I said, I'm not going to let them force me to feel unworthy anymore. I know what happens when weight loss is the focus of my life. I have no life and I have no joy. And so why not, just for a little experimental session, why don't we see what will happen if I drop this obsession with weight loss? So instead, my fixation became, let's stop obsessing over fixing my body, and instead let's become fixated in a healthy way with really reprogramming my mind and all these limiting thoughts that I had about myself. Like, I can't be happy or worthy until I lose weight. Nobody will love me until I lose weight. I'm not worthy of love in this body. I can't be successful in this body. I want you right now, if you're watching, to write down what are those limiting beliefs that you are haunted by about your weight and your body, because your limiting beliefs are the byproduct of your life. Your life is the byproduct of your limiting beliefs, is what I'm trying to say. You can actually look to your life in the last 5-10 years, and it is a product of all of the beliefs that you have about yourself. So I actually learned very specific evidence-based tools like emotional freedom techniques, otherwise known as tapping, to start reprogramming these limiting beliefs and retraining my brain to think differently. I became an expert at having power over diet culture, over all the conditioning that we have in the world, and I learned how to reprogram my brain. I became a person who learned how, in the moments when I initially felt completely disgust with my body in the mirror, I learned how to see that self in the mirror and have love and compassion for her. I learned how to love myself at my heaviest state in my body when I thought that would never be possible, because I recognized that my worth is not tied to my appearance. And through repeating these practices of brain retraining using emotional freedom techniques, really getting so clear on how diet culture and this weight loss industry had ruined my life, and really scripting and writing out the life that I want to lead, I eventually, over time, over less than a year, it took me probably 6 months in total to completely turn my life around. I started actually going out and enjoying my life, going on dates, putting myself out there, having a newfound healthy relationship with food, having peace with food, no more binge and emotional eating. Like, every single part of my life changed when I dropped this focus on weight loss. All of this stress melted away, all this emotional pain melted away, all this unworthiness melted away. And what happened? I learned how to be really happy in life. I learned how to be very joyful. I learned, what actually makes me happy. How do I take care of my body in a way that feels good? What kind of food do I enjoy eating? Where do I want to travel to next? I learned that my weight does not define my self-worth, and I started attracting people into my life that mirrored that. And I shifted my focus to things like taking care of my nervous system, taking care of my mind, learning how to trust my body, learning how to have an intuitive relationship with my body and food, and basically canceling out diet culture. The thing is, we can't change the conditioning around us. We can't change those beauty standards overnight, but you can turn down the volume on them. And when you do, you turn up the volume on your self-worth, on your confidence, on your unshakable confidence. And that is the loudest energy that we have out there. And the life of your wildest dreams comes from your sense of self-worth. And the irony here is that most people think if I have love and acceptance for myself and I drop this obsession with weight loss, I'm not going to lose weight. That is a limiting belief and a lie that we get sold from diet culture. And I can tell you this, from dropping the focus on weight loss and learning how to love and accept myself and not attach my worth to my body, and being a person who genuinely had love and respect for myself instead of hating myself and feeling that weight loss always had to be the goal, it became very easy to have a healthy relationship with food and exercise. It became very easy to no longer struggle with binge and emotional eating. It became very easy, in fact, to experience things like weight loss without really trying, because you shed all this nervous system dysregulation, which is keeping your body stuck in inflammation and weight resistance. It becomes easy to support your hormones to regulate and function normally, to heal issues with sleep, to heal issues with your insulin resistance, to heal issues with your metabolism, your gut health, all these components that go into having a healthy relationship with our body and supporting weight loss. Those things all get hijacked when you're so fixated on weight loss because it's so stress ridden. When you have genuine peace and love and acceptance for yourself, you open the floodgates to reaching all of your goals so much easier. I've heard this before, kindness gets done, and you can't hate yourself into loving yourself. You can't hate yourself into the body that you dream of. It doesn't align energetically. It doesn't align in any way. So I just want to share with you that if you're someone that's getting really tied up in weight loss as your goal, it's literally stealing your joy, it's stealing your energy, it's stealing your life, and that's purposeful. Diet culture wants to do this so that you feel really small and hidden in your life, and all you focus on is buying their products and getting stuck in the capitalistic network system. And you can absolutely still have goals with your body and achieve things like weight loss, but it's so much easier from this place of self-acceptance, and life becomes very rich and exciting when you're not obsessing over losing weight, because your life purpose isn't to lose weight. And there's so many more important things out there, and I feel like I actually woke up the day that I decided weight loss wasn't going to be my objective anymore. I want to share this quick story with you. So my client Erica shares, in the past 6 months since joining this program and working with Giulia, I've stopped binge and restrictive dieting. I've quit my job. I've moved across the country to pursue my dreams. I've found love in my life. And for the first time, I'm not even concerned about my weight. It's crazy. I don't even care anymore if my body loses weight because I actually love myself. I've never had this happen before where I've looked in the mirror and I haven't picked myself apart. I've realized I'm stronger than my conditioning, and I'm really starting to understand what freedom feels like within myself. I'm so grateful. I never thought I would get here. I've left Suffering Island, and now I have this new gift of figuring out, what do I do with all my free time? So I want to leave that with you because I want to show you what's possible when your life isn't occupied and controlled by losing weight. You really have to reach this point for yourself where you decide, like, I'm actually so sick of this and I'm not going to let this be my life anymore. And I know that I can't make that choice for you, but if that's something that you need support with and you're really excited to live a life of your wildest dreams, you want to have unstoppable confidence, you want to have freedom with food, it really comes from you shifting out of this and starting to realize that weight loss as your primary objective is stealing your joy. And I'd love to support you in being on your own rebellion from this and stepping into the confidence and freedom you truly deserve. So there's a link below to have a personalized strategy call and learn exactly how to make this happen. So I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm wishing you the absolute best on your journey and giving you a big hug, and let the magic unfold.